Welcome to Conny's in the Mix, Your Health and Your Money. My name is Conny. I'm an economist. I'm a banker from Commerzbank, Germany, a former banker, and I'm also an IFBB fitness world champion. And that's the reason why I just love to talk about money and about health. I try to mix that up in my show. My topic today is walking while you are working. Benefits of this. I was reading in the Wall Street Journal on September 13 a big article. It says the genius of a walk and talk. And they are focusing, the whole big article is focusing of advantages while you have a meeting and you are walking while you have a meeting. And it's so interesting. It's showing completely different kind of behavior from the employees. And you are thinking, how can I walk and how should I sweat when I have a meeting? And when I'm dressed up, how should I do that? We are not talking about here about a running walk or a jogging. We just walk. We walk and you are dressed up, normal way. Maybe you change your shoes. And there I would seriously recommend some Merrell shoes. And I'm not sponsored by Merrell, but this is how I'm walking. Merrell shoes are the best walking shoes what you can buy. Seriously. So when you're walking, you take your pumps, you pull them down, and you put on your Merrell shoes, and you walk with your colleagues. And that's where the discussion starts. You can walk 2, maximum 4 people, so you can hear each other while you are walking. Now, the Wall Street Journal took a closer look into that. And you will not believe which company started to doing this. KPMG from London. And they really see advantages while walking and discussing. It shows that mobile meetings are more relaxed. It's not this distance between boss and the employees. So the employees feel more free to discuss topics or to come up with ideas where normally you would not even talk about. So very interesting, this mood of walking and the fresh air and everything, everybody's more relaxed, gives much more ideas and shows much more creativity under the employees. Very interesting. And also it removes barriers. So the desk is not in front of you anymore. And you just talk as it comes, and that's how normally brainstorming works. You cannot think about this is your boss and I'm not allowed to say this and I'm not allowed to say that. You should be without barriers and it's just coming and coming and coming. This is normally how brainstorming works. And more companies try to do that, so they go for weekly, sometimes monthly. I love the daily meeting to go out and to walk there for like 20, 30 minutes. Now the big thing is, this should not be gossiping, because the boss sees you are just walking to a cafe and then enjoy your Starbucks. That's not what it should be. It should be effective working under different circumstances, opening up your mind to new things. I just love this idea. I love it. I'm a big walker. I'm Nordic walking 4 times a week. Nordic walking is pole walking with my Nordic walking poles. They look a little bit different from hiking. The grips are a little bit different. They are special Nordic walking poles. And the Nordic walking itself burns 40% more calories than regular walking. And I'm not a huge cardio fan, but in my age, turning 50 soon, very important to put some cardio in. And I'm bored on my cardio machines. I'm bored on my own cardio machines. So even the elliptical, I'm falling asleep after 2 minutes, really. So for me, it's that boring. So the power walk outside makes the big difference. Also, I'm sitting here in Florida, and I know in Utah and up north it's different. People walk much more than here. But I can tell you the southern part of the United States, nobody wants to walk. I'm really pushing hard. And if you go to Publix because you forgot milk or you forgot cheese, there's no reason to pick up your car. You just pick up your shoes and you walk over and you are back in 15 minutes. And you know what? 15 minutes of walk burns 56 calories when you are without poles, just a normal walk. And every little step what you are doing additionally is burning, is helping your metabolism. So it's really, really important to walk whenever you jump over. I have to admit, sometimes I catch myself, Marshalls and Publix are right around the corner here from my business, Fit and Fight, and I'm jumping into the car, and till I drive around the light and make the U-turn, I could have walked over there. So I know that laziness, I know that problem, but I got much better in the last 2 years because I push myself to walk. So you should do the same thing. It makes a big difference in your calorie burn, even if it doesn't sound like that. It makes a big difference in the long run. Now, in the long run, I would also like to take a closer look to Merrell shares. Now, I found out, I know Merrell is my big shoe. Since I walk in my Merrells, I don't have knee problems anymore. And when I change to other brands, without telling them which one, I always immediately get, when I walk on concrete, I get immediately knee problems. Merrell is the only brand where I don't get knee problems after 1 hour of walking. And so I looked it up, and I was searching for Merrell stocks, and there are no Merrell stocks. They belong to a company called Wolverine Worldwide Inc. Never heard the company, so I looked further. And they were founded in 1883, I'm sorry. And these were the first shoes where they were thinking about, not Merrell, sure not. They bought Merrell 100 years later, and I took a closer look, and because I have the feeling more and more people are walking, so in my imagination, as a banker, I was seeing a big potential, and no other shoe comes really to Merrell when you talk about hiking and power walking. So that's why I look into that, because I just have the feeling there is more into it. And I looked into this Wolverine Worldwide, and they have different subsidiaries. Hush Puppies, that you know for sure. So they are for a long time around us, and they belong to this company. Merrell belongs to them. They are shoe manufacturers, and they work also for the military. Interesting too. I don't want to say, I'm not hoping that we need more boots, but they are producing their boots. Also Caterpillar, they produce for Caterpillar shoes, and for Harley Davidson shoes too. I never heard about them. So WWW is their short name on the New York Stock Exchange, where they are since 1965. And I looked into the shares, and since February, where the shares were at $15, this February 2016, now the shares are at $22. And I was looking into that too. What I didn't like is the debt refinancing some days ago. Everything when they are full of debt, I just don't like that as a banker. I never like high debt. I know here in the United States, businesses love to be in debt, and they are till there with debt. I don't like that, because if a downturn is coming, these are the first ones which are just pulling out of the market, and they are done. So I like a very low debt ceiling, very low debt level. So they just did the debt refinancing. What's good news now? And they have profit and revenues growth of 7 and 8%. That sounds good too. It's not fast money. I promise you that. It's not fast money. So you want to make immediately in 1 week big money? It's not that kind of money. But in the long run, I really think they will grow nicely. And if you have 3-4% growth a year, that's still much more than what you get on the money market, and it looks really stable. I'm sure these shoes, because the quality is so good, they will get bigger and bigger. And take a look at them. And I invested a little bit of my money in Wolverine Worldwide Inc. on my Scottrade account. See you next Friday, and see you then.